Hello students, in the previous video we had discussed about esophagus. In today's video we will start the next topic, which is stomach. So today we will see what is given in your book about stomach. So stomach is a muscular, hollow, thick-walled bag-like organ. इसका मतलब ये है कि जो स्टमक है हमारा वो मसल्स का बना हुआ है, अंदर से खोखला है, इट हैज़ कैविटी फ्रॉम इनसाइड एंड इसका जो वॉल होता है वो बहुत थिक होता है, मोटा होता है और ये बिल्कुल बैग लाइक होता है, ऑर्गन होता है जो हमारे लेफ़्ट साइड ऑफ एब्डोमेन में प्रेजेंट रहता है एंड इट इज़ द वाइडेस्ट पार्ट ऑफ द एलिमेंट्री कैनाल. ये काफ़ी बड़ा हिस्सा होता है हमारे एलिमेंट्री कैनाल का. इट रिसीव्स फूड फ्रॉम द एसोफेगस एंड आफ्टर पार्शियल डाइजेशन इट ट्रांसफर्स द फूड टू द स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन. ये जो स्टमक है ये फूड जो बोलस के फॉर्म में इंटर करता है वो रिसीव करता है एसोफेगस से और उसे डाइजेस्ट करता है. रिमेंबर वन थिंग, कंप्लीट डाइजेशन डज नॉट take place in the stomach, so there will be partial digestion of food in the stomach. तो एसोफेगस से फूड को रिसीव करने के बाद जो फूड है वो स्टमक में इनकम्प्लीटली डाइजेस्ट होता है, पार्शियल डाइजेशन होता है एंड द फूड then transferred to the small intestine in the form of chyme. The inner wall of the stomach is lined by millions of gastric glands which secrete gastric juices containing hydrochloric acid and digestive enzyme. हमारा जो स्टमक है स्टमक के जो इनर वॉल होता है उस इनर वॉल में बहुत सारे गैस्ट्रिक ग्लैंड्स प्रेजेंट होते हैं और ये जो गैस्ट्रिक ग्लैंड्स होते हैं, ग्लैंड्स आर बेसिकली group of cells that secrete enzymes and hormones. So the glands which are present in the stomach, they secrete enzymes. So the inner wall of the stomach has got millions of gastric glands जो सिक्रीट करते हैं गैस्ट्रिक जूसेस. और ये जो गैस्ट्रिक जूसेस होता है ये गैस्ट्रिक जूसेस मेनली कंटेन करता है हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड विच मीन्स HCl. You must have studied about HCl in chemistry and some digestive enzymes like renin, like pepsin, etc. So only this much was given in your book. अब हम लोग स्टमक के बारे में थोड़ा और अच्छी तरीके से पढ़ेंगे. So first of all I will draw a diagram of stomach. So let me draw a diagram. So this part is the esophagus, this is the stomach, and this from here small intestine will present. So this is the stomach and as you can see in the diagram, it is the most widest part of the it is the most widest part of the alimentary canal. अगर हम इसके शेप के बारे में बात करेंगे, इफ़ वी टॉक अबाउट द शेप ऑफ दिस ऑर्गन, सो it resembles with an alphabetical letter J. So it has got J shape और ये बिल्कुल मस्कुलर होता है. It is a complete muscular organ और इसमें जो मसल्स प्रेजेंट होते हैं वो 3 लेयर्स में होते हैं. So the muscular wall of this stomach has 3 different layers of muscles. So let's suppose this is the thick wall of the stomach. So this will have 3 different layers of muscles. Number 1, number 2 and 3. Outer, middle and inner. 3 different layers are present. And these 3 different layers of muscles make the wall of stomach thick. These 3 layers are, first is longitudinal layer, second one is circular muscles layer, and the third one is oblique muscle layer. So the longitudinal muscle layer will be like this. Circular will be like this. And the oblique layer will be like this. So the thick wall of the stomach has 3 different layers of muscles: longitudinal, circular and oblique. The inner part of the stomach is hollow. This is the inner part of the stomach which is hollow, and inner lining of this stomach wall, means the inner wall of the stomach, has got so many gastric glands. These are basically specialized cells that secrete gastric juice. So let me write over here: the inner lining of stomach has so many gastric glands that secrete gastric juice. So this gastric glands are specialized cells that secrete gastric juice, and the composition of gastric juice or the components of gastric juice are hydrochloric acid, mucus, and some enzymes. And there is a little amount of water also present in the gastric juice. So these are the components of gastric juice. So once again, I'm explaining this. The inner wall of the stomach has so many gastric glands. These gastric glands are nothing but specialized cells that secrete gastric juice, जो secrete करता है gastric juice. और ये जो gastric juice होता है, it contains HCl, hydrochloric acid, mucus, enzymes, and water. Now we will discuss about the functions of stomach. So as we have studied in the book, so the first function of the stomach is it receives food which was form which was in the form of bolus from the esophagus. Number 2, it stores the food for mechanical and chemical digestion for 2 to 4 hours. जो फूड एसोफेगस से हमारे स्टमक में जो इंटर किया है, that food will remain in the stomach for 2 to 4 hours for mechanical and chemical digestion. Third, the stored food after partial digestion means incomplete digestion is then sent to the small intestine in the form of chyme. तो जो फूड हमारे स्टमक में पार्शियल डाइजेशन के लिए था, आफ्टर गेटिंग पार्शियली डाइजेस्टेड, वो जो फूड है, the food will be sent to the small intestine in the form of chyme. When the food was in the esophagus, it was in the form of bolus, but when the food left the stomach, then the food turns into chyme. So chyme is like a paste of food which is mixed with digestive or gastric juice. There is a question why the wall of stomach is thick. स्टमक का जो वॉल है वो थिक क्यों होता है? वाई इट हैज़ गॉट 3 डिफरेंट layers of strong muscles? The reason is the stomach churns the food. The stomach breaks down the food mechanically by the contraction and relaxation of muscles. तो मसल्स जितना स्ट्रांग होगा वो उतने ही स्ट्रांग तरीके से फूड को ब्रेक करेगा, ग्राइंड करेगा. सो दिस इज द रीज़न व्हाई द मसल ऑफ द स्टमक इज thick. Now, what is the role of HCl? Role of HCl, which is one of the component of gastric juice. So the role of HCl is that HCl activates some enzyme like pepsin to digest protein, and also along with the participation in digestion, HCl also kills the harmful microbes that enter through the food into the stomach. So this was the role of HCl. Now, to reduce the effect of HCl on the wall of the muscle, there is one more substance present in the gastric juice, and that substance is mucus. This is also a component of gastric juice. So mucus actually decreases the effect of hydrochloric acid on the wall of stomach, and it also neutralizes the acid. I hope you will definitely get some help from this video, and I will put some pictures of this topic so that you can write a note on the topic, uh, and you can learn the points for examination point of view. So thanks for watching this video. Kindly share and subscribe.